Hi, I'm Bill BENSLEY. Thank you so much for coming to my first art show ever here at the River City. There's a lot to look at. I hope you enjoy it. This show is all about the last 3 years of my attempt at trying to be an artist of fine art. Every single day for the last 40 years, I surround myself, that's the key to my business, I surround people who are more talented than I. Working with these fine artists and architects and so forth that can draw much better than myself and then certainly paint much better than myself, I said, I gotta get better. I was very much inspired by a wonderful artist named Kate Spencer. We met on a project called Petition Hill, and I got her to do a lot of her artwork for each one of the rooms. And her artwork is amazing. So that was probably my primary source of inspiration, is Kate Spencer. And of course, lovely dogs. I call all of this the outsider gallery, and I call what I'm doing outsider art because I am really an outsider when it comes to fine art, and I don't pretend to be anything else. It's art that appeals to me. It's a lot of times art that is primitive and that was done by ethnic groups and so forth appeals to me a great deal because I feel as though I can do it myself. So what I'm doing here is art that is, I find, amusing and accessible. I am really nervous about my coming out party of showing art to the world because I feel that art is really putting my soul on the line. And so I'm nervous about being called a fool, being called not good enough. But you know what? If you try to make art for every single person's taste, you end up with a blank canvas. And so for better or for worse, I'm putting this out there and I really hope somebody likes it. Love Camp Explore Dream is the title of my show. Love, this is all about the love for the different people that we have in the world. And right around the room, there's people of every single color, from the whitest to the blackest and everything in between. They're really the only thing that I think that should be separated by color is your laundry. Camp, this I find a great deal of pleasure in that this is my friends and so forth are very campy. The camp people of the gay society can have their own idiosyncrasies that are very entertaining, and I like to be able to capture that. Explore, that's all about all the places that I've been to in the last, 3 years, and primarily this is going on a boat called the Kootenai. So I was dropped off on these remote island and left with my small watercolors, and those watercolors then come back to Thailand, where I do very, very large canvases. And finally, dreams. That is a catch-all for everything, including some of the weird stuff that goes on in the BENSLEY brain. For many years, my motto has been "Lebih gila lebih baik," which in Indonesian it means the crazier the better. So it's important as a designer, especially of hotels, to be able to come up with something original and sometimes a little bit weird. There's a very important cause to this show. All the profit will go towards the Shintamani Foundation and to Wildlife Alliance. Over the last almost 2 years now during COVID, we've kept the Shintamani Wild open. And right throughout the Cambodian National Forest, the Cardamom National Forest, we've observed a huge increase in illegal logging and illegal poaching of animals. Now we're picking up something like 50 meters of snares that catch everything and anything that steps in its way. The problem is getting worse, not better. But for right now, we're in dire straits. And so everything that you guys can buy tonight and during this next month would help tremendously in order to keep the both the trees and the forests and the population of the remaining wildlife that's in the Cardamom National Forest together. So I thank you for that. I would love for you to take away from this event the idea that my work is multifaceted. I never want to have a particular style, both in hotel work and the work that I'm doing as an outsider artist. I want to continue to explore many different types of art. It's about abstract art, it's about figurative art, it's about art, it's all about dreams, it's about art that's LGBT oriented and the idiosyncrasies of that community. I think that art is something to have fun with and to something to enjoy and to be delighted with. Art that makes you sad has no place in my world. So please enjoy everything about this little exhibit, which is my first exhibit ever. And I hope to meet some of you while you're here.